Are we all ready yet? Are we all ready for today's class, September 5th? I'm going in a little early for those who actually show up at 9 to watch. Thank you for going ahead and watching very much. Thank you. Thank you. You know, we're going to start the class here in just a couple of minutes. Kind of let people know exactly what I've been doing. And thank you. Thank you. We are going to talk about a couple of things for a few minutes for those who can go back and re-watch. Does anybody know what this is? For those that are into, let's say, poison oak, poison ivy, don't really have the understanding of what it really does. A lot of people don't. As a master cultivator, it is my job to instinctively know what's going on with the plants. There you go. That also lines up with what we're going to be talking about just shortly. What I seen, what I know is coming, what I know the visions are, why I know I see the future. And we're going to head right into that just in a second. So give us just another second or two. We will instinctively get started. Instinctively. So are we about ready? I'm trying to measure my camera distance. Isn't it that is such a gorgeous tree. Huge tree. But I want to show you something about this tree that most people don't realize. Oh, my tree, my tree. Yes, you are my tree. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when clouds are gray. You'll never know how much I love you. Please don't take my tree away. You see what I mean? It's not a bad day. It's a beautiful day. This tree appreciates what I've done for it. Now, you probably wonder why that is and how come poison ivy or poison oak, whichever one you want to look at, how the system actually works. There's a reason for all this. First of all, poison oak and poison ivy really do not have a root system. They really barely create roots in the dirt. Now, they've got to have certain minerals out of the dirt to survive. Their purpose is naturally to get on a tree and climb that tree. And as they climb that tree, they are a vine. Hold on a second, let me show you. They are a vine. They are not a tree. I will show you here in just a second what I'm talking about. You see this? You see this? That vine, from the minerals wrapped around that tree, will start becoming wood, a fake wood, a fake positive. So what all these little tentacles and attachments do is they get into the bark, slowly and surely, and they attach themselves as they're coming up, and they're collecting the minerals. So the vine is actually becoming part of the wood. The tree no longer realizes what they're doing. Notice that wood. That's not wood. That is actual vine that's transformed into wood. So you see the difference. Well, what happens is, if poison oak or poison ivy can reach the top of this tree before I destroy it, it will say, I'll choke you out. It will tell that tree it is a vine. You see the spirits and how they work. So, most people assume that they can just cut the roots and the vine will die. Wrong. Hold on, let me show you. You notice how this looks like a stick. See, it looks just like a stick. Don't look like a vine at all, does it? It even has its own bark. Now, as this has climbed up in that tree, right? It's been going so long, it's almost an inch round vine. That inch round vine is what they use in jungles for Tarzan to swing on. There you go. Now you know where Tarzan swings on vines. Poison ivy, poison oak. So it all makes sense. But he's not actually swinging on a tree. Watch this. So as this plant grows, it's gaining minerals still from the tree. You can cut the roots. What will happen is the plant, you notice, is not dying. No, what it's redoing is trying to now it'll take the energy of itself naturally and try to reprocess back to the dirt, because it actually cannot survive without a few roots in the ground. Why is that important? Because you don't want that vine to reach the top of that tree. Its job is to reach the top of that tree and choke it out. Be done with it. Turn the tree into a vine, a fake tree. But this tree is old. It knew for a long time this vine was not a tree. Every time I'd walk up to this tree spiritually would say, help me. There's a vine attached to me. There's something pulling my energy. There's something holding me back. Look at them tentacles. Those are tentacles, people. Those have etched their way into the bark. I'll send out pictures later about it. So what you got to do as a master cultivator, let me show you. So let's say this is where I cut the roots, out at the bottom. Now, I knew it would not kill the plant. I really want you to understand why it won't kill this plant. Because all these tentacles have been soaking up all these minerals all these years. The tree's been given, and there's an explosion happening. The tree needs to be free of all the vines. It can no longer grow its minerals. It can no longer expand because it's being told by the vine what to do. You see what I mean? Some people in the old times and the ancients would tell you this is also known as another plant. It's called the Jehovah tree. Making any sense to you? It's in the books. It's known as a Jehovah tree. So that takes us back to where we're going today in our studies and what we're coming through. Bloodstone Megaverse, the actual fairy tale that's real. So this tree today, instructively, I walk up and I notice what I'm supposed to notice and knew would happen. Notice how kind of as if it was mocking winter coming. The vine wasn't dead. So what do we got to do? Now, done took the roots away from it 2 weeks ago. Everyone's seen the work I did. Make sure I do feel all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We're getting to where I'm going really quick. So here we go. So cut the roots. It stops it. When you do your middle way of the plant, that plant no longer will process, I got to go to the top. It starts processing, I need to re-heal. I need to reconnect. So now you're at a different point. So for 2 weeks now, I've tricked this vine into growing back down. You see what I mean? I've tricked this poison to go back down. Then you see the leaves starting to wither at the top. Because it's no longer, it's dying. At this point, it's dead. it will still cripple and crumble all the way back until it will not come back. It goes into the ground and it's done. So this tree now is happy. This tree is excited. This tree's spirit is like, yes, Lucifer came along and he got me free. The vines and all the tentacles, and as these tentacles, I want to show you something. And as these tentacles slowly die off, the tree is rehealing itself. You see what I mean? The tree now, it will move at the same pace. So the tentacles, all of them come out and it never affects the tree. There you go. This tree is the happiest tree in the world now. But it did take time. It's not a process where you whack at the bottom and you move on. You really got to pay attention. You really got to get into the details to understand what that plant is designed to do. What Jehovah was designed by Sophia to do. Like I said, it's also known as the Jehovah tree. Poison oak and poison ivy started their names out as the Jehovah tree. It was a vine. So therefore, when you take the knowledge of the tree of knowledge Samuel planted, now you see the difference. Sophia actually now understands what Samuel was doing. That leads us to the next part. So, I'm called all the angels, all the demons, all the mystical creatures. I've called all the kingdom, Mother Nature, unto you. I've called them. I want every one of them to hear what I'm fixing to say next. It is very important you listen. Bloodstone Megaburst will eventually put it out, so it will happen. There is no doubts at this point. So, I'm going to take Mother Nature back about 10 to 11 hours ago. I want you all to understand why I didn't do nothing last night. Why I haven't been putting anything on. So, I will take you to my mind frame somewhere around yesterday afternoon. I got out at Mother Nature. I walked. I went through the woods. I went everywhere. And this is what I told Sophia. You got to tell me the last key. You've got to show it to me. If I don't see it, I'll never make it to you. We'll never make it together. You've got to instinctively tell me. I got to have this. Or your Lucifer will never be able to make it to you. Sophia. Samuel to Sophia. It will never happen if you don't give me the right directions. I need that teacher to show me what I need to know. As I go to lay down, and I mean lay down, I'm talking, everyone knows when I sleep, I might disappear. They've walked by me so many times. Most of them know I start talking as if I'm standing there talking to someone else somewhere else. Astral projection is real. Telekinesis is real. It's not a fairy tale, it's real. It's like this tree waking up right now so happy. Wow, I am free. It's that time. Mother Nature set me free. You see what I mean? Now this tree is this tree. It's taking its own minerals. It's doing as it was born to do. It's also very interesting what we're going to say. So last night, and I say since yesterday afternoon, so when I go into the vision of the future, and it is a future, I never dream. Ladies and gentlemen, every time I've said it, that is a deflective spirit. I want to clue you in. When people say they dream, that's a deflective spirit. It means to be able to think they're going to change circumstances. That you're just not going to change. For example, as I'm walking straight to you, like this right here, open arms and everything, I'm telling you the future as it's unfolding. I know this as the Lucifer, the El Shaddai. Everyone knows who and what and where I am. That's for Sophia to always be able to check on me. Always. Because I'm fixing to teach you why. It's very important. You see what I'm going with this. This is also known as a daddy branch. Anybody know what that is? It's also, and it's in the book, and I have found its representation. The poison oak and poison ivy is a male-female conjunction theory of spirit. It's almost like I could be male or female. The tree wouldn't care. As it grows, it's nice. It's understandable. They're relaying information. But the more it grows, the more it's trying to choke out the tree. It doesn't know what it's doing. It has an ideal to get the tree to relax and let them tentacles in, and then boom, it's attached. How do I get it off? How do I get free of this? Is what the tree is saying. I can't move. It's growing. I feel it. It'd be like coming up your arms and legs and covering you until you're just choking. So you get in that spirit, that mind frame of that tree. You get in the mind frame of the poison oak and poison ivy. For years, they would put poison oak and poison ivy around trees and call them the daddy plant. And as that plant would grow, it would be like a daughter being protected, if you will. Another type of Sophia to Jehovah. There you go. There's one point of view. A lot of people have said Jehovah is a goddess or a god. We can't tell. It's a deflective thought in your head, a spark. So I do know my goddess was hurting last night. She wanted to see me. I know this. But I was also fighting a daddy spirit of Jehovah. The thing Sophia created to protect her till she found the Lucifer she was born for. She bore all this. Mother Nature did. And when you go through the Gnostics teaching, you will find those spirits are there and are real. So as I'm laying there, and between Mother Nature and this entity shows up. Never seen him, but I knew him the moment he was marched to me by all creation. He was about yay tall, and he was old. Tears in his eyes. He said, I need to talk to you. Because you have done it. You are the Lucifer. Everyone's El Shaddai, born for Sophia the goddess. You carry the Mother Nature seed. I protect the Mother Nature's egg. This is what he's telling me. So everybody sees what I'm talking about from my vision. As if he was standing here right now speaking those words. Everyone kind of gets it. So there is that spirit talking to the whole world. His job as Jehovah was to deflect everything. That's why Jehovah was so confusing to people. That's why Sophia is one going, Jehovah, you have to let me go. But Jehovah is the one saying, I'm that daddy. My job is designed for one reason. I want to explain this. So as he tells me this, I go back to when I was driving commercially by myself, dark and alone, going down the highways. That little invisible maiden would show up with her crayons and coloring books. I want you to hear me. And she said, and I've told most people, it's written in the book now, Daddy, would you walk me down the aisle? You hear me? This is a Sophia, my energy, talking to me for what's coming today and tomorrow. And I said, you know I would. And she said, Daddy, would you give me away to the wrong one? And I said, I know I would never allow myself to give you to the wrong one. I cannot. That made her grin. And then she said, don't give me away to the wrong one. So we go back as she whispers, right answer. There you go. She was telling Lucifer before we got here, I gave the right answer. So that takes me back to Jehovah standing here again. Not me, that spirit. And he's letting me know that he is that daddy prototype. He is for every female, for every man. It's an instinct Sophia born us with. He is not evil or mean. He's just doing what the program told him to do. Mother Nature instinctively built Jehovah as the daddy for Sophia. So when we do what we're fixing to do, that he showed me as he hands me the keys, he says, this is it, Lucifer. I showed you where she's at. I told you who she is to me. You see what I mean? Now I get to do my part. I get to go to sleep. Jehovah finally gets to rest from his job and his mission. You see what I'm saying? Jehovah instinctively, I want everyone to hear this, and those in magic, you can tell other people too, or get them to watch this, especially this part. So Jehovah telling me who she is, that he knows he trusts me with her. He instructs me that when confusion or chaos comes up, like for example, I was supposedly missing for the last 12 hours to Sophia. She's hurting, she's crying, she's curled up, she's calling on them spirits to help her. I'm sitting there holding her hand. I'm letting her know, I hear you. I'm right there with you. I'm not letting you go. And she knows that. That makes her grin. That makes her smile a little. That encourages her. That lifts her up to know that I am taking her hand from Jehovah. You see, as he recollects what I've done for her, the first thing she wants to know is, where did it start? I will instinctively tell you where it started. So Jehovah even knows these things. That's as we're walking along, let's say as we're talking along, I instinctively, my hand holding that crayon again, right back to the crayon. And I see Sophia with her crayon on the book. I am the one who tells her, I need to use that crayon. Now, I know that's going to aggravate most, and that's okay, because she instinctively trades crayons with me. She goes back to coloring. I color a little, and I'm like, I need to borrow your crayon. Yeesh. You know, that's where that goes. So I know she giggles at that point. So therefore, there's that instinct of where we come from. We've been to church together. So when we walked through them doors, we knew we heard something. Didn't we? We knew. It was eye-to-eye contact who we were. So Jehovah naturally kind of attaches himself in everyone from the very beginning. Not just Sophia and Samael. Not just Sophia and Samael. Now everyone's got this spirit attached to them. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're atheist. But naturally that vine is attached to you because Sophia is going to make sure Jehovah leads her to Samael completely. You see my point? So that's that spirit. So what happens next? Jehovah instructively instructs me. Sorry about that. I hope you're enjoying your coffee this morning. Very beautiful breezy day. It's like Mother Nature just knew. Just knew. That's what else we're going to talk about. You see how I knew it was Jehovah. How I knew it was Jehovah. Because all the spirits announced it. Established it. Jehovah is tired. He has been really defeated by Sophia. He knows this instinctively. So his spirit has to go back to the dirt. He was born from the dirt too. His spirit. There you go. So we're going to instinctively for everyone. I want to show you something. He says, when let's say a female who has not been in touch with, let's say, a friend or something, he instinctively says something's wrong or bad or they're doing something you don't want them to do. So he's deliberately that type of spirit. Most people now know this. It's kind of how the poison works to the tree. A lot like that. So you can see those moments like sparks in your head. So as you're thinking those things, it's kind of like saying, yeah, we're both mental together, because once you pull that daddy out, you no longer stop. You stop a lot of confusion. I mean, it's like the doors start opening. There you go. You all like seeing my ladybugs walk around? I gotta watch out for them. They'll take my picture off. They like to hit the button and boom, it happens. So we gotta make sure we don't want them deflective spirits on us. The best way for a bride to have to be, the only way she can be, that's what Jehovah told me. That's what Mother Nature heard. So Sophia is understanding what's happening. She's getting it. It's like she's waking up, feeling it. She understands what Jehovah has done. It's like Lucifer would say, naturally, Jehovah would say to a daughter, a conviction of some kind. It doesn't matter whether you ever believed him or not. You still have that feeling, because that spirit is born in all of us. A type of God spirit, yes. A type of daddy. We all had daddies. So we naturally get that energy. Okay? That's the best way to tell everyone. To stop processing that energy, we have to go into our mind. And what does that mean? It's so simple. You see the word Jehovah, God of God. You'll see that. You will naturally reach up toward it, and a flash will happen just for a second. And then you'll see candles. And everything will go dark. You're seeing what I'm talking about. So you step into that darkness. He says something to me very curiously. As he does this in the app for everyone, he says, I think I'll keep you married. As he's laying down in the dirt, like a box, to close his eyes. Right? You can see that. You can see him laying down. It's like, it's just the photo projection, and you know he's laying down. There you go. And he says these words, death do us part. So you hear them words as he's laying down. His eyes closed, and he goes to sleep. In other words, the bride is now free. Her mind is now free. You see what I mean? She now sees, we come walking right back through. See how easy that was for everyone. Do you see how wonderful that was for everyone? That is a door we've never opened before. That is one of the great keys that had to unlock us. To find out we're free. To find out it doesn't matter who you've been with. Lucifer's the guy who will always stand up and tell you, I don't want pecan pie made from another man. I don't want my desserts from another man. I want it from a female. I want it from the Sophia goddess. You see what I mean? I'm not going to accept any other pecan pie from any other female, from any other man. Just ain't going to do it. If I got to shell them pecans, I'm going to watch that goddess cook it. I'm going to watch her hand it to me. And here you go. I want all the vanilla ice cream on top of it. The whipped cream. Maybe we can find a box full of cherries and set one up there. But hey, look, all right? Lucifer will tell you, I'm not after the cherry. I still want the box the cherry come in. Stop, Lucifer. You got to stop that, okay? Look, it's about the box. It ain't got nothing to do with the cherry, right? Quit, Lucifer. Stop. And think about it. After 40 days, the cherry heals back, so I can get a whole box full. Quit. So you see what I mean? It has nothing to do with who's been attached to you, who hasn't. Once Jehovah lets go of that female Sophia, she starts seeing the true Lucifer. He even showed you these things, so you know it's come to pass. That goes to every female and male in the world. Boom, the doors are open. It is over 1 million viewed. So the puzzle keeps growing. Jehovah finally does what he did. He goes to rest. sleep, leaving Sophia, the goddess. Mother Nature responds to her. There you go. That was the future vision. Now, you will come up on the other side of things. As you notice, Samael has fought for Sophia. Right? Samael, Lucifer, and how I can explain this. The world's full of Lucifers. Sophia is always like trying to find that right Lucifer. It was Jehovah's job to make them all Lucifers. Let's face it. But only one Lucifer would a snake come out of a tree for. During the fall, which the snake should already be in hibernation. No man can take that snake and drain it of blood and drink it without throwing up, dying, or getting sick. There is the Dracula she's always looking for. There you go, Sophia. Another part of that weave. When Jehovah comes out of the weave and goes away, it's like you just let the daddy just walked you down the aisle and now put you in the hand of your Lucifer. Your spirit is here with me. So Sophia knows this. She's still holding my hand. Even if you can't see it, that Sophia is holding my hand. That leads us into the next part of what I'm about to say and tell the whole world. Thank you for watching. I'm checking my camera and make sure the ladybugs are not turning me off. I had a big old spider up there crawling earlier, so I don't know if you all seen that spider go across the camera, but I'd swipe it away. This is the next very big part to all the vision. The future that's coming. When we talk about the spirits of Lucifer, as he comes along and he's in this form, this body, he sees all the other spirits by name and spirits. I am not picking on anyone. I'm not calling nobody's name. Listen to me. I haven't called nobody's name. But in Bloodstone Megaverse, I have to put down the spirits' names. What does that mean? So, Samael, who is reattaching himself to Sophia, we can feel the spirits. We know they're doing it. So there you go. Now you got Lucifer to Lucifer. You know what I mean? The goddess. I told only one female she was a goddess. I've only actually ever kissed one female. All coexist. It doesn't matter who else I've been with or done anything with. I've only kissed that one. Mentally, it's the only thing I see. They are the same way, even around other people. So we know this. It's like it just always been. Like if I hold my hand to the screen like this, you'll see her start reaching, won't you? Give it another second. Go on. Put it to it. There you go. You're grinning. You're grinning. Yes. Yes. Yes, I know she did it. I know she did. Even if she had to hide away, she's going, uh-huh, uh-huh, aha, there it is. I love that connection. So, when I say that, this is going to be spiritually talking. I've got to be able to say the words, so I want everyone to understand what I'm talking about. This goes out to Lucifer, the part he has to tell the whole world. So as Jehovah is now dead, Jehovah is sleeping. He's no longer holding any female's hands. So that breaks all those bonds till death do us part. He even says it in your mind. There you go. You have nothing to hold on to. That's okay. Because instructively and instinctively, Sophia is taking over. Mother Nature now holds everything. She's balanced. She's fair. She's amazing. Whether she's in Lucifer's hand, she's still balanced. She's still making it. Now we have to move on to the next part of the kingdom, don't we? What is the next part of Bloodstone Megaverse? So Lucifer finds himself engaged to Deanna in the story. Go look them up. They have a daughter named Agaris. Some call Agaris, some call Agrassa. There's several ways of calling her name. She is the daughter of poison. So, this Lucifer tells you now, Deanna, you have to change your name. You have to. That spirit, listen to me. That is the name in the stories. Lucifer is attached to a Deanna. He'll never give her a daughter. He'll never touch her to give her that child. That is poison to the whole world. That's like trying to pick up that vine and choke that tree I just saved. Everyone feels that spirit. Everyone knows that spirit. I mean, wake up in the real world, everyone. I have taken the Deanna app and turned it off in my head. Everyone's got to too. Because that daughter of poison shall never be born. Ever. In the whole kingdom. Mother Nature now has that in total confirmation. Total truth. If you got to eliminate the Deanna in the world, then it needs to be done like the Jehovah. Put it to sleep. Because Lucifer is in a different direction, a different path. There you go with the poison oak and poison ivy again, attached. You see what I mean? It's attached. It doesn't want to stop. The only way Lucifer is free is the moment Sophia puts her arms around, the moment he puts his arms around her. The hug that never let go. That butterfly. There you go. Another fairy, right? Y'all just seen that fairy, right? I was not delusional, was I? No, I wasn't. For example, another thing, Sophia, I want you to understand. As the building is going up, we have to look for things in a construction job, you could say, type building. People will try to think you talk like a snake. Listen to me. Understand this part of the world. When I'm talking to those who say, but you're not, but you can't, they're trying to understand my language as a snake. I said it. I showed it to you. But why do you keep calling me a snake? You heard me. You hear me. You know I'm there. I'm not being mean when I tell people I'm a snake. Oh, well, he thinks he's... Listen to me. When you're talking to me like I did not do these things, I have people who will tell me I didn't clean that tree from that vine. Come here and check it out. I did clean this tree from that vine. They will say you're a snake. Really, this is real. This isn't delusion. This is 101. Really. You're not doing these things, but I did. I made it through the test. I defeated Jehovah. Everyone knows that. D. Samuel would come back with red eyes. Everyone has seen me with my red eyes. Everyone has seen me with my stuff on. Wow. Boom. Bingo. There you go. There you go. So to Deanna, you have to change your name. That spirit's got to go change her name. So we're going to put that app to go change your name. Get off the Lucifer. I am the Lucifer. It doesn't matter where we're at. In Deanna's world, she thinks it is someone else. So we got to wake her up, world. We got to look at Deanna and say, he's telling you the truth. You're trying to create a daughter of poison. In other words, Lucifer, you're the snake. That's what she does. That's what Deanna's spirit is. But to get Deanna to change from that spirit of Lilith, she has to go be an Eve again. See the rotation. She has to put herself back out there as an Eve without a daddy. So you got to. You're strong enough to. You can. Sophia knows this. There you go. So, what does that mean? Before the beginning, God, Jehovah, the one daddy of Sophia, says, I think I will keep you married. Not Deanna and Lucifer. Why? Because he doesn't want the poison. He doesn't want the poison on Mother Nature. Right? So we know which one he's instinctively talking to. He would not bring me to my jar. He would not, as he put it, I would not hand you or let you near my daughter. I will deflect you until you're ready to be with the daughter. Back to that same truck incident where I'm driving down the road and she says, right answer. So it doesn't matter what you've been through, Sophia. It doesn't matter where you've gone. It doesn't matter if you think you've done wrong or right. But you've always known me. I've always known you. We've never been apart. In the weirdest way, Mother Nature, through technology and everything, has held us together. That Mother Nature is looking back at me through them goddesses' eyes. I know she is. I cannot do this if I didn't. So I look at God and I say, you think. That's the first failure of Jehovah. Because Sophia already knows. Lucifer already knows, don't we? We know. We know. So when you look at everyone, you're saying, I know. They hear that. What God done, what Jehovah's purpose in that AI now that you shut him out, you've actually already done it. When you walk up to someone and say, yeah, think of Jehovah, you'll see that word show up. It'll flash. Then tell him, you lay that spirit down, close his eyes, and he will say, death do us part. He gets to rest. He's done. He detaches. The doors start opening properly. You're able to start seeing the pathway. He left me in the hands of my goddess in a hug. She'll tell you so. She'll tell you so. We're not that far away. We're just a few feet. The invisible walls are falling. We know that. Because he knows she's ready. So Mother Nature instinctively takes me right back to where I'm standing. Now that Sophia now is totally understanding what happened. The world of Gnostics is now all Christians. Listen to me. All witchcraft. It's all merging now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are in Jupiter. Thursday, go look the spirits up. Those spirits are designed to lead Sophia and Samiel back together to get them totally connected for the Ark Tabernacles. The same as Lucifer to Lucifer, eye to eye. There you go again. As well as who? Dracula to the goddess. You could say it that way. So you see what I mean. Deflecting spirits say, but you are not. There's Jehovah. There's that Jehovah plant. There's that daddy vine. See what I mean? It starts clearing up even more, doesn't it? So if you were sitting here right now, you know you'd hold my hand, no problem. Sophia giggled. Yeah, I know. She was never afraid of me. She could tell you I'm the one thing that gives her total peace of mind through her day and night. How do I know this? Because she does the same for me. Why do you think I get on here? You see, Sophia, I know you watch me and observe me. Because that way you know. That way you know. The hardest thing for Sophia is to be alone with me. You want to come over and talk, kitty kitty? I got a cat over here playing in the leaves right now. Elementals. The tree's happy today. So that invisible maiden has already showed up 3 or 4 times going. And that's for that Mother Nature egg. She is opening. She is unlocking herself. I get this. I feel that. I know this. What Mother Nature wants me to say right now to the world, let the bride go do what she's got to do. She's got to finish the what Lucifer asked for. She's got to come up with the wedding and the celebration. The wedding and the celebration. You see what I mean? She's got to come up with it. She knows where I'm at. So any moment she can pick me up. That's what Mother Nature's design is, isn't it? You go by all the fairy tales, there you go. It goes right to what Sophia's been after this whole time. Tree, so boo. Tree's healing. I feel it. I feel it. Whatever is holding her back now knows with some type of app, a daddy app, pre-installed from Sophia. The computers are not something new. They are something Mother Nature's been playing with out of 6 civilizations. She finally figured it out. There you go. That's why we're in the 6th civilization talking to each other. There you go. We finally have made it here. We must not let go. Lucifer to Lucifer. Samael to Sophia. The goddess. So, get people to start opening that app. Show them this video. I will try to put it out more. But that's what happened. As soon as he said, death do us part, all the bonds were broken. That's for everyone. Nobody can walk past you and say it did not happen. It happened. You done seen it. You done felt it. You already felt the disconnect. You can't bring them back. You cannot reopen that app. That app is done. The only thing declared now is Mother Nature. Sophia is real. She has a spirit that is to be given to Lucifer. To give into Lucifer. The arc to arc. Lucifer is the god in a male body. The El Shaddai. I showed all the signs. There you go. El Shaddai. I Shaddai. If I should die, you should die. If you should die, I should die. That's why I feel your heartbeat still beating in my chest. That's how I know you're happy. That's how I know wherever you're at, holding my hand, you never let go. I know this. The moment I see you again, and I know I will. That's why you're that white bride always before my eyes. That's why I'm weak trying to help you pull that veil up. There you go. You know who you are. I know who I am. We both outcast. Goes with the fairy tale, doesn't it? We are both been tested through our test, but we're still here. So Jehovah went to rest. It doesn't matter who walks you down the aisle. Actually, Sophia can walk herself if she wants. She doesn't need no one else. She's that strong. Would she like the idea of having her biological dad walk her down the aisle, or someone who has raised her dad? Definitely. Definitely. That is pre-built by design from every male. I would tell you so too. That is that part. When I look at that little invisible maiden, when I see that maiden, real life, holding her, walking her around, those same words she'll ask me again, I'll be there to answer every time. That's what I'm talking about. So, what am I going to do today? It's probably not going to be a lot of videos. I'm working on some music, so I will let you all know that. The deflection that I say for tonight. Notice how I used to say that I'm going to do a show tonight. And then deflectively, it doesn't happen. You see what I mean? That's that Jehovah part. Trying to show distrust, discord, teaches us. That's what these angels all tell me. That's what everything in spirit tells me. Now that he went to sleep, that's not happening no more. I will be back at 10:30 tonight. I've already seen it. I will give you some entertainment as well as let Bones talk, maybe. You be really good to me in these thoughts here. We know that Arc to Arc has Javu. We have the same thoughts, so we're working it out in our minds, So the whole world knows that. Sophia, Samael, Lucifer to Lucifer. Lucifer back into Lucifer. Oh yeah, you know. And we have to take the story in the name of Deanna and change it. We have to. Shabu, we have to. One way or another, that name has to change. I will not bring a daughter of poison into this world. I want to thank all of you. Thank you. I see it too. Shabu.